At Rosenberg Studio, we're pretty passionate about writing your family stories and organizing your family photos. For many of you, organizing your photos is the easy part. Writing your stories, though, has you shut down. I'm going to share some easy steps to writing a family story that will help you get past that roadblock and on your way. Now, if you are having problems with organizing your photos, we can help you get started with that too. Just click this link above to see our Tech Tools for Story Collectors playlist. I bet you've convinced yourself that you can't write a family story. What if I told you it's not as hard as you think? I want you to get your 8th grade English teacher's voice out of your head and let me show you the easy steps to writing a family story. So step 1 is to choose a character. The character could be your mom, your dad, a cousin, or it could be you. Before you decide what story from your character's life you want to write about, jot down 4 or 5 things about that person that will help you to shape your story. This is a great way to settle your mind on that person and also will give you ideas for more stories. So don't forget to write those ideas down for another time. You've chosen your character and now it's time for step number 2. Choose just one event, experience, or day. As you are learning to write family stories, keep it simple, simple, simple. Just choose one event or a day that comes to mind when you are thinking about that character. Now that you've got a story in mind, let's move to step number 3. Write without thinking too much. This is the secret sauce to writing family stories, my friend. You're not writing a book report in 8th grade or a corporate email, and definitely no one is asking you to write a novel unless that's what you want to do. And remember, it's entirely up to you whether anyone else ever reads this. You are writing for you right now. This type of writing is supposed to be emotional, heartwarming, and maybe even sometimes a little bit sad. But above all else, writing about the special people in your life should be easy. These are your memories. What if you get a detail wrong? Who cares? These are your memories. If you're worried about this and choose to share these stories with your family members, just put this little disclaimer at the top of the page. I've written this story based on my own experiences and memories. If you remember it another way, then let's add your story with mine to create an even greater collection of memories. Now that you have your mind set on writing without thinking too much, let's look at step number 4. Keep it short for now. As you're learning to more easily write family stories, it's always a good idea to start small in the beginning. Just set a goal of 3 to 5 paragraphs. The paragraphs don't have to be long, just a few sentences. This will give you the momentum you need to get started without it being too overwhelming. There's one more step before you get started writing. Step number 5, put away your excuses. I spend a lot of time considering ways to encourage people how to write down their family stories. And I think I've come across some of the same excuses that you might have. Like this one, I don't have time. You know, it's been said that we make time for the things that matter most to us. No guilt trip intended here. I just want you to consider how wonderful it will be to have some stories written down. Or how about this excuse? I've always been a terrible writer, so I'm too embarrassed to try to write a family story. The real truth here is that probably nobody cares if you think you are a bad writer. That's probably just something you heard in a classroom anyway. By academic standards, you might not have been an A-level or even C-level term paper writer, but that's not what this is. Give yourself the gift of capturing memories for yourself and for your family. And here's one more excuse. Nobody cares about my memories. You know, the beautiful truth here is that these are your memories, your experiences, your life. There's a special magic in writing about the past. There may even be some healing there for you too. Again, you are writing for you. Share if you want, but get the story out for yourself first. So friends, it's time to get started. Let's get going with the story. Grab your pen and pencil and paper, laptop or tablet, or just sit down at your desktop computer and write a family story. And one more thing. If you're interested, look down in this video's description to find a link to an article that accompanies this video, and you'll find there a very short story that I wrote about my dad. It makes me smile, and I hope it will remind you a special story from your family, and then you'll be inspired to write one too. I hope you're seeing now that it's not as hard to get started writing a family story as you thought it would be. Let me know in the comments what struggles you're having with creating a collection of your family photographs and the stories that they tell. If we've helped you, please click like to let us know that we're creating the kind of content that you need. Want to know when we post new videos? Just click subscribe.